I want to ask Dr. Surangrut, who has been an Ajahn Ekapan, but I think she will speak on behalf of the Social Research Institute and her team. And Chula, old people like myself are not so useful. I have to rely on Ajahn Dr. Chayut, who is a senior and much experience on campus, and there's a few others. We rely on one another, but in terms of institution, we have to rely on people who still are working in the in the institutes, in the university. So I will ask Ajahn Surangrut to say some words to you, because this 2 days also important for us. As you know, we have Loi Krathong. Loi Krathong, and also we take also as much as we can with limited resources. They should also know that we buildings are quite okay here, but we are not rich at all. We don't have funding. We also have limited capacity in some way. But the human side of things are more important. The human side of our challenges that allow us to get together. And that human side, I think we should want to highlight how we would like to go forward in the very, very serious challenges of our time. And the Tibet Policy Institute struggle a lot in the whole mission, and also the challenges in terms of where and how to go ahead. So we can also feel very honored to be a part of your work. But beyond that, we talk about Tibetan Plateau as global commons. Global commons means it should belong to not only one big country or only one country, but more and more as humanities commons. So I am sitting here beside the representative of Dalai Lama, who is most respected in Thailand as well, and much also all over the world. So I think I should like to say that in the light of our final hour together. So may I ask Dr. Surangrut to say something, and then I will just, yeah.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, when I heard, first time I heard about this conference, it's very wonderful for me, because for me, Tibet is very far from us. I asked my colleague, Dr. Ekapan, I asked Professor Surichai, why we have to organize a conference that it seems not related to Thailand. It seems not related to Southeast Asia. But from today's conference, I realized that water is borderless. And what happened in Tibet Plateau is also affect with Thai and all country in Mekong country. Thank you very much for this knowledge. And actually, I try to prepare a small slide to present what I learned from you from 2 days. You can see yesterday is our Loi Krathong festival. Have you ever heard about Loi Krathong festival? Unfortunately, that all of you busy with organize this conference, so you missed the Loi Krathong festival yesterday. Even in Chulalongkorn University, in the campus, there also the festival. Actually, Loi Krathong is we held on the full moon night of the 12th month of the traditional lunar calendar. Thai people and some people in few countries, they believe that that Krathong, they use Krathong to thank and ask for the forgiveness to the Kongka. I mean the goddess of water and river. So in traditional worldview of people in these regions, river is more than water, but it's including life, livelihood, environment, and also God. So in this time, yesterday, we have to pray, we have to ask forgiveness for the God, for the river. Therefore, to save the river means save our life and including national resource. But you have to see what happened yesterday, aftermath ash of Loi Kathong. Please, next slide, please. You can see. It was estimated around 640,000 kathong in Chao Phraya River only. Actually, this is a clip video. You can run it. Many garbage in the river. As you can see, this is very latest video. And the Bangkok Metropolitan Authority had to diminish it from the river to prevent it go to the sea. And all of this garbage had to produce to be for the organic fertilizer. I don't know when the river become only water. I don't know when the river become only H2O, especially in the eye of the government and the eye of the owner of big project. But we see many things happen in our region, especially the dam in Mekong. As my very limited knowledge, the dam from Sayaburi in Laos and many dams in Mekong affect our neighbor until in Cambodia. That's unfortunately that our friend from Cambodia cannot join us, we assume. So as I mentioned with you, what I learned is the water is waterless, but the governance is limited to the state. And I learned that not only water, we said the linkage between water, energy, and food. From the session of Professor Jarit, we see the linkage from water, energy, and food. We see the linkage between the mining in Tibetan plateau that affect until our livelihood in downstream. And we see many attempts to organize the cooperation, the network governance between among us to deal with this problem. But it looks like that this attempt is limited to the academic and civil society. I don't know how to deal with it, but I acknowledge the necessary to work with you and work with our friends in our regions to address this problem and to solve the problem. I think this is the only way to fight with it and to go to the sustainable development, the SDG, as we hope. This is very first step of the Social Research Institute to work with you, and we hope we can work we can work together in the near future if we have any occasion. And I think last for me, it is really we organize this conference in very limited time. So if there are any inconvenience, please forgive us. And I would like to thank you, my staff, not only in the room, but also in the outside the room who back up our activity in the conference. Thank you very much, and thank you to join us.
Please allow me to say some more words to follow Ajahn after Ajahn Surangrut. On behalf of Chulalongkorn University, may I express our gratitude to your visit, to your very kind and in limited time. We have really learned so much. It has been very intensive in some way. So I think in this short preparation, through the window of opportunity that we have taken over, just the rationale before COP28, so you have to do it. So all this, we share the solidarity. But we know that the real agenda are much more challenging and much more demanding our humanity to work together. So my point of, apart from saying from Chulalongkorn University on behalf, although I am not really in any administration of duties, but I am sure the university also would like very much to open more to national, cross border and more interdisciplinary and more intersectoral engagement beyond the limited geography of Thailand. But we also recognize our basic responsibility in the country, but yet we also learn that our business, our people who are powerful also can do some more better things if there are business and human rights principles in the world. So with this kind of global governance concern, may I say we are much interested in governance beyond governments. We respect governments, but we think governance need to go beyond governments. And all governments recognize, I think they recognize the legitimacy that they need to base themselves among the people, among the global respect and dignity. So in that sense, I think the knowledge you have brought here, you have shared with us from many friends, I cannot really highlight, but very, very much in-depth knowledge and very much from concern words of yours from not only university but also from policy research institutes, from corporate think tanks. You know, it's not usual that we can hear from so many, including new generations of diaspora friends from Tibet in the other countries. So my point here is knowledge governance should be higher, should play a higher role in the world today. And I do hope that knowledge exchange and knowledge governance that we have set up a new level of possibility. Because I think all of you recognize that in our region, we also have had longer experience with Mekong River Commission or Lan Chang River Commission, but everyone knows that it also have limits, and the limits cannot just be blame game issues. The limits should be recognized as how can we put it in a more transformative momentum together. And for that, many words from your reflections from Tibetan Plateau, from how professors were thinking, from your reflection on the rivers and all the cases from from India, from Pakistan, from and many I cannot really highlight. But all these have helped us to really feel the power of knowledge. And if we can bring the power of knowledge beyond the disciplinary and beyond sectoral approach that have been so far, I think the regional organizations would also be empowered. May I mention also that we are much interested to see how this kind of window of opportunities can be linked to policy engagements more in the future. What Ajahn Abisom and Ajahn Apichai and Ajahn Chayut have mentioned were much related to how science and policy interface should be taken more seriously because of the complexity of the problems we are facing. We need to bring the incapacity of our governments, of our universities, of our limited sectoral identity to come together, how we can also support one another. And that kind of support from you to make Thai people also able to open new space of exchange with the Mekong countries, make us feel that maybe some links be using the issue of Tibetan Plateau and using the Mekong River Commission, not only Mekong River Basin, using the Indus Basin, using the ecological unit as possibility for our new relationships of knowledge building for the future. Our identity should be more enriched by our reflections. We belong to different citizens of countries, but countries should not limit our humanity. Countries should help us to bring more responsibility and more sharing in the light of the words of Dalai Lama that our professor mentioned in the first day. We are all humans, and humans are not supreme beings in the world. Human beings are just a part of other living systems. And our friend who know the river well talk about river as systems of life, of many lives. So all this I would like only to finish by saying that the knowledge enriched by the start of our exchange, if we can follow up in some form, in some way Bangkok is fortunate in the light of not only Bangkok is sinking, Bangkok is sinking. Actually we are sinking, it's lowland. But we don't want to talk too loud because people get panic. So science cannot communicate very easily in Thailand too, sometimes. So, but my point is Bangkok location related to ESCAP, the UN system that Asia Pacific Commission for Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific. So in February there will be annual sustainability forum, what is called APF, Asia Pacific Forum for Sustainable Development. So annually we have, I mean ESCAP has. And all this could be somehow related. And there are some other opportunities also. So with your friendship and with your trust, I do hope we can see our relationship being more added into the future to respond to the challenges that we need to overcome our ignorance, overcome our egocentrism, overcome our incapacity as a university. So, but we need to work really hard to reflect together so that I mentioned in the light of only 6 years to go under the Global Agenda 2030. So we can make use of the Global Agenda of Sustainability in the light of how to strengthen and accelerate our work to support the meaningfulness of Tibetan Plato, the teaching of the Dalai Lama, and also our common responsibility to the next generations. And with that, may I again thank all of you for all your help and support. I say this in the light of Ajahn Ekapan, who sit behind us. He came to help Chula from another university now. He joined us, yeah. So he also has been running around. So I just say this, I cannot mention everyone, but we also have people from the communities in the northeast of Thailand and also Northeast University. So we would like to see the networking in a more concrete terms, and we can exchange some of our contacts and also. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ajahn Surichai. Now I would like to request Tsewang Gyalpo to give a closing remark.
Hello. So our 2 days conference has come to an end. So as far as my feeling is concerned, the 2-day conference, it went very well, and the topic was also very important. And the panelists and the experts, they have expressed their opinion very well, and I'm also benefited with a lot of new informations. And like in one of our discussions, Dr. Surichai has mentioned, in our discussions, we have been talking about the water tower of Asia and how vulnerable it is and how it is being damaged. Now, and then he has said that it is not only that the water tower of Asia is vulnerable, we are all in a vulnerable states. So that is the kind of a conclusion that we have come from this conference. This kind of conclusion is very important. We have to realize that this water tower of Asia is not Tibetan peoples only. It belongs to all the people down the streams. That is from India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, all these countries, and the Mekongs also. If we come to realize that this environment and this water tower all belongs to all of us, then sense of globalness and universal responsibility, as His Holiness as Dalai Lama has said, that will be realized. And with this kind of feelings, I think we will be able to make this kind of problem, solve this kind of problem, not in isolation, but together what we can do. And then in one of the presentations, I have come across something, I think it's a kind of poem, I think. It says, I live in the upstreams and you live in the downstreams. Our eternal friendship flows with the same river, the water we both share. So that kind of feeling is very important. That was in one of the presentations. So if our children could also learn from this kind of things, so this sense of universal responsibility will come up. Just as His Holiness the Dalai Lama has said, this planet, there is only one planet Earth which belongs to us. And we are only a guest. And at the most, we can live 100 years. So while we are living, why not live together happily, share what we have? At the same time, leave this planet in a beautiful way so that our children could also enjoy it properly. So these water problems that we are going to face, in which we have discussed so much about how in the days to come there will be water problems. Now we have all come to realize what the cause of this water problem. What is this damming? What is this mining? What is this deforestation going on? It is not a problem of China. It is not a problem of Tibet. It is not a problem of some isolated country. It is a problem that we all need to work together and solve. And this, I think, many of the panelists here and speakers have very articulately expressed these feelings. And I'm very happy that we have come to realize that this environment belongs to all of us, and we need to do our best to protect the water tower in Asia. And then another thing is that, as Professor has said, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he came into exile in 1959. And then the first country that he has visited in the foreign countries other than India, that was in Japan. And then he came to this Thailand also. And I'm very happy that in Thailand, many people respect His Holiness Dalai Lama. And then many Thailand monks and Thailand people, they come to Dharamsala for his teaching. And this Buddhist teachings, it has also a great message about the peace and how this, through the peace, we can solve many of the problems. And the water issues also, we have been discussing with some panelists here. It is not that we are trying to blame everything to the China. No, when we say China, it is not the Chinese people or the China that we are speaking. We are speaking about the leadership of the Communist Party of China. Communist leaders who are, in some way, they are very powerful. They have become so powerful that they have become ignorant of what they are doing it. So, in some way, sometimes His Holiness also used to say that you have to look at the person not as the sinner, but then we have to see that the negative emotion that is making him to do these things, that is the real enemy that we have to see. So we have to, in fact, instead of hating Xi Jinping, we have to pity him for his ignorance. By doing so, we make a Chinese also a partnership in this working forum to solve these problems. We also need to make Chinese people realize that what is happening at the upstreams is not good for China and not good for Tibet, not good for all of the riparian states in the Asia. So this is what we need to do. At the same time, today's discussion has been very good, but it should not be the last here, so we should be doing more together. And at the same time, I think there should be, at the conclusion, we need to theoretical presentations on opinions are there, but then there should be some kind of conclusion or like statements or vision that we have to leave, how we are going to proceed further, what we have learned from here and what next step we are going to do it. Otherwise, whatever we have discussed here, whatever the energy, whatever the enthusiasm with which we have discussed, it will just melt away. So we need to, and I also request that organizer, they should come up with so many of the very, very good presentations were there. So these presentations should be properly recorded and published, so that later on, next time also when we meet, we can see that this kind of publication is there. So I'm also very happy that we have also gained so much information from this Dr. Abbas and then Professor Brahmacharya. So these informations are very good, and we also need to further share this information to other people also. I'm also happy to note that what Professor has said, like till now, in early times, the Tibetans have been sharing and hearing the information that others have said about them. Now the time has come that the Tibetan peoples are coming up, and then they are disseminating their own informations. So this is a changes that others has observed. And I'm very happy that environment desk here of the Tibetan Policy Institute, they have done a very exemplary job in doing these things. And I take this opportunity to thank Chulalongkorn University and Dr. Surichai and Deputy Director here, and all the people concerned here, and the staff of the Tibet Policy Institute, and all the people concerned for making this conference a great success. And as I said before, we need to continue this conference together so that whatever we have discussed can be later on practically used and make the people and the governments concerned aware of what is really happening and what is the people's voice about it, and how this saving the water tower of Asia is save whole Asia and the whole world of the water crisis. I thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we will distribute the appreciation gift to all the speakers, and I would like to request Dr. Tsewang Gyalpo Arya to distribute the gifts. Okay, first of all, I would like to request Professor Surichai Wun'Gaeo to come and receive the gift. Thank you. And then Dr. Surangrut. Yeah, but Dr. Ekpan. And then, okay. Okay, now I will call all the speakers as per the program. Dr. Hassan Abbas. Dr. Tenzin Tsering. Dr. Tenzin Tsering. Mr. Nuparat Lamun. Dr. Narendra Man Shakya. Mr. Tundu Wangmo, Miss Tundu Wangmo. Okay, then she can collect. Mr. Abichai Suchinda. Oh, yeah, okay. Then then we have Miss Sejutoma. And then Dr. Chalum Unaria. Dr. Chalum is not here. Okay, then Dr. Chalum. Chalum. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Dr. Abhisam Interlawan. Dr. Mirza Zulfikar Rahman. Dr. Mirza. Dr. Lobsang Yangsel.
I think we forgot.
Okay. Background. Mr. Galton. And last but not the least, Professor Brahmachalani. And thank you so much, everyone, for the wonderful 2 days of wonderful conference. Now I would like to request everyone to join us for Tibetan. Okay, we have. Ah, okay.